Hello heathens, and welcome to my channel. I am Beauty Heathen, and my channel is generally dedicated to the exploration of paganism, although sometimes I do reading, sometimes I do instruction on how to do different ritual things. Today isn't exactly what I was planning on doing for release on Wednesday. For those who have been returning to my channel, generally on Wednesdays I try to do something beauty related. I did wash my brushes, I did wash my heads, but some of the brushes were still very soapy, so I have to put them through another rinse cycle, and because of that, the brushes just weren't ready for me to use. I'm hoping to do that second rinse or whatnot tonight, so that hopefully tomorrow when I get home, I can come home, record, and do the actual beauty aspect. I have one particular conversation I wanted to have to kind of wrap up the Jen Loves Reviews thing, but I was also wondering, and please let me know in the comments down below if you would like me to show you how to make your own peace candle, because let me tell you, I need one myself, and I figured if that's something you would like to see, I would be willing to do that demonstration on the channel. If you would rather forego a peace candle and want to see something else, please let me know what that something else would be down in the comments as well. Again, I'm flexible within reason. I get paid on Fridays, so as long as I don't have to order anything to do something right now, that's fine. Because, yeah, I got no money. I think we're all in the same boat. I could even do a money attraction ritual if you want me to show you that. So, especially where I know a lot of people are waiting for their stimulus check. A lot of people are waiting for their tax refund. So if you want something like that, even, I can do that to try to help facilitate it coming faster. Excuse me. I lit a little bit of smoke cleanse and it has smoked up the room again. It always goes haywire when I'm having a particularly stressful day. Isn't it funny how that works? But anyway, on with today's ritual. If you're returning, or not ritual, reading. If you're returning, thank you so much for your continued support. If you are new, I thank you for tuning in and checking out my channel, and if you would be so kind, forgive me, it's like 8 o'clock at night and I'm a little, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and set the bell to all to be notified of when I release new videos. And I do check my analytics, and I see roughly a third of the people watching my videos are not yet subscribed, so I have to ask, why not? If you have constructive criticism, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. So, today's reading is going to be for those who believe that they have found their person and are wondering why it is the connection hasn't fully come to fruition, what kind of blockages are in the way, and I wanted to try to not only discern what is possibly causing an issue, but try to see if there's anything I can do to help facilitate or give advice based off of what comes up. So with that, as always, I shuffle live on my channel because I want there to be no question regarding me stacking the deck or, you know, having any forewarning knowledge about anything. Everything that I'm doing is live so that, you know, nothing is stacked. I'm not saying that other readers are doing that. I'm just saying I generally prefer to be fully transparent and show everything as it goes. I know there was one reading that I did where I did all the cards and pre-stacks, and man, let me tell you, that was more of a pain in the butt than doing it this way. So, 1, 2, 3. And I'm feeling 1. I shuffle how I feel I'm guided to do so. Yeah, that's it. So, group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. And let's see what crystals am I feeling pulled to today? I know you're around here. Thank you. There's one. Rose quartz, of course. Selenite. Forgive the background noise. My puppy's in the room. Malachite. And green calcite. So, I will give you a moment to sit and figure out your card. And with that, I will see you at your timestamp. Okay, green calcite, let us find out together what, oops, I'm dropping things today. What is potentially causing some sort of blockage between you and your person? Ooh. That's never really I really want to pull when it comes to, you know, I always hope for the best for people, but I am a no BS reader. What comes up, comes up. So let's find out the energy of this. This could very well be for you, or it could be for them. It could just very well be that the link isn't ready yet, and that your connection isn't ready to come to fruition yet, and they may be sidetracked by somebody else. I know it says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings, so it could very well be you. Let's see. But generally, if you're watching this video, that's not usually the case, so. Group 1. What to say to group 1? Now, just as a little I get it moment, I know especially when you have found your person and you want nothing more than to be with them, that this is a very painful thing. I had it happen not once but twice. So I get it. It hurts a lot, and it's certainly not something that you ever want to feel or go through, and that longing to be with them and all of that kind of stuff. This is not the news you want to get, and I know that feeling of betrayal and hurt and wondering what went wrong, but I want to just let you know before I go pulling any other cards, just because this may be happening does not mean that you are not meant to be together. I want to make that abundantly clear. Sometimes, and I know for my own connection with my person, my twin flame, the other person has to experience certain karmic relationships or experiences in order to help them grow and evolve so that they're ready to be with you. And I know it hurts, and I know it sucks, and to be honest, this is pulling out some of my own deep-rooted emotions with it, but just do your best to try to move on. Not saying you can't even wait for this person, but try to refocus your energy. Excuse me, too much smoke in here. Try to refocus it into doing things for yourself while this is going on. So let's see. Envy. Door to Value. Angel of Strength, that's coming forward to you. Intuition. So you feel this. You knew this was here. To some degree. I think you sensed it. And you know, want to know the weirdest thing? Something like this came up for me when I just watched a pick-a-card not long ago. But I got the sense it was more reflecting on my twin's previous relationship, not a new one. But I could be wrong with that. But, ooh. So with regards to new love, door to value doesn't necessarily mean that the person that they're interested in or possibly becoming interested in or pursuing has more money than you. They could, but it could just be that they are seeing more value with regards to them in this moment. That doesn't mean that they don't see value in you. Okay? And I know that's really hard to swallow, and I know it's really hard to hear, and I wish more than anything I could give you the biggest hug on the face of the planet, because I know I've been there. It hurts. They are having some sort of attachment with them in some capacity. It could be out of convenience. When it comes to envy, I get the feeling that they see other people happy in relationships and they want that for themselves. And if whatever's going on right now, be it the quarantine, be it other factors, if this has been going on longer than this particular world issue right now, if there's some distance between you, they may be taking you for granted in some way, or they may not see what's in front of them with you. And yeah, God, I really was hoping for it. May actually be financial. Yeah. This person may actually have more money. It may actually be financial. That is not to say that this person will not grow out of this phase, because frequently these are phases. And I do see this person, him or her, taking action on it. So I'm just trying to intuitively I don't get the feeling that the appreciation has to do with this person. I get the feeling that from this relationship they may come to appreciate you more. That's what I'm getting more of a feeling with. And I'm not saying that to blow smoke up your butt. I'm not that kind of person, and I'm not that kind of reader. I may deliver bad news as gently as I possibly can, but I'm not going to sugarcoat things if I don't see positive things. But the feeling that I am getting is that this whole situation is going to lead to more of an appreciation of you and what you bring. So let me pick these up. Let me pull out the Wisdom Oracle. Just separating those cards a bit for the next group. What do you have to say to group 1? I am very much hearing right now to focus on yourself. Obviously waiting for this person if you feel that they are your person. If you feel that they are the one and you feel that you want to wait for them or they're worth waiting for. I'm not here to tell you don't do it, move on, find somebody else. That's not what I'm going to do, because I would be a hypocrite if I tried. Because I've been in that waiting game personally. But I'm also going to advise you not to deprive yourself of a connection or a relationship if you find someone that you feel you could be happy with either. Because sometimes we get it wrong. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we want something so bad that we don't see anybody else out there. One more. Let's say group 1. Lost in our own equations, yeah. I'm feeling some sort of codependency type issue going on with this person. You towards your person, I mean. There are things that you need to work on. Luna is about intuition, bringing up shadow work, healing, yeah, meditation, compassion. Interesting that this is in the shape of a cross, so there could actually be even religious factors here. That card comes up all the time, and I never remember what the meaning is right off the head. Yeah, return to silence. No more wounds, yeah. You need to do shadow work. This is all about getting down to the deep dirt that you're holding down and holding within that you may not have wanted to face. Blue Angel is Archangel Michael. Call upon him to help you with this process, and it's a huge misnomer that archangels are a Christian construct. They're not. They are actually far older and far more ancient than Christianity is. They are not aligned to any world religion, and they answer to whomever calls. You may be Christian, you may not be Christian. Regardless, Archangel Michael will help you. And part of dealing with shadow work isn't just releasing things that no longer serve you, because that's not what shadow work is. Shadow work is facing it. It's not as easy as saying, oh, I release anything that no longer serves me. Here, Archangel Michael, let me put it in your basket, have you take it away and transmute it and deposit. That's not going to work in this situation. In this situation, you absolutely have to do the work. And I would be remiss if I didn't say that it's gonna suck. Shadow work is a very hard thing. If that's something you want me to give guidance on or anything of that nature, I can do that. But it's definitely something that's required. Let me look up lilac mist because I always forget it. Your guides and angels surround you at this very moment. Stop and feel their presence. They offer unconditional love and support and ask you to remember that you are an eternal flame constantly radiating love, even though you may not be aware of it. Stop the internal conflict created by your thoughts and make love your focus. It's about self-love and transformation. I'm just looking up. Yeah, you may be, this one is, you may be feeling confused at present because something doesn't seem to add up. There's no point wasting any more valuable energy trying to figure it out. Remember that everything in life is constantly changing. Open your heart and experience the overwhelming love that exists within you. You need to do self-love work. God, if I were reading for myself, this would probably pop up. Or it would have popped up a few years ago. 2 years? 18 months. 18 months or longer ago, this would have popped up for me. Healing is an ever-evolving thing. It's definitely something that you have to deal with. Now, that's not to say that this person doesn't have their own stuff that they have to do. They likely do. But while they are dealing with this new love, focus on yourself. And the sooner that you force yourself to sever ties, even temporarily with them, and focus on yourself, the sooner things are going to likely improve. Now, there's no guarantee in that, because free will always plays a part. You know, just because you do the work doesn't mean that they're going to be ready in our time frame. And I know as humans we're all impatient and like, hurry up, when's it going to happen? I want to know. Trust me, I've been there. It sucks. But, yeah. You have to do your own work. Data group 1. I wasn't going to pull out this card, but it kind of was beckoning me, so when it does that, I have to listen. Group 1. I'm going to do this one, Moonology, and maybe Beyond Lemuria. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes the problem is a lot of decks want to call out to one group, but frequently when I do that and when I've grabbed all of them, they all basically just say the same thing over and over and over again, so I don't want to waste your time. Woo! Lost control of the deck. One. You have to say to group one. Especially when it's decks like the Energy Oracle and the Psychic Tarot. They tend to be very similar, so we'll see what it says. Recognition and reward. Okay, I'm getting the feeling like this may be what comes about if you focus on yourself for now. We'll see. Sacrifice this time. Base chakra, so you have to do chakra work. Truth. Emotional withdrawal. Partnerships and alliances. Triumphant success. So yeah, see, came up again. Shadow work. The card that pops into my head, and let me see if I can find it. I have the deck right next to me. I don't use it very often, but a particular card is coming to mind from the Dark Mirror Oracle. Let me just find it. Come on, where are you? This one, Today for Tomorrow. I get very much the feeling of, you know, letting go of the connection, let go of the relationship for now, so that you guys can have a brighter future together later. And I know that is likely what you don't want to hear, but trust that when I say I have walked this walk fully and completely, I have walked this walk. It sucks. It hurts. But the sooner you let go and the sooner you focus on yourself and focus on things that serve you and do well for you and heal yourself, the better. The better you will be, the better they will be. And, you know, I've always been a firm believer that whatever is meant for you will come back. And this is all about, especially where shadow fell right down on truth. I get very strongly that the universe is telling you it's time to focus on yourself. Let them go for now. Let them do what they need to do. Focus on what they need to focus on. If a connection is truly meant to be, it will be. But sometimes you have to practice extreme patience and just let it go for the time being. So let's see what Moonology has to say, and then I think that's it. Yeah. Bring love into the situation. So this is self-love. You know, send them love, release the connection for now as well. Don't let pride get in your way. Adjustments are required. Yeah. So I'm sorry I didn't have better news for you, but I hope that this brings some hope for the future It just lets you know that there are things that you need to work on right now. And in order to do that, you cannot be with this person. Again, doesn't mean you never will be. Just means right now you need to focus on you. Okay? So, do your best. You know what? I might actually, instead of doing a peace candle video, I might actually do a designated video talking about shadow work and techniques to use. I think that's something that would help people better than how to make a peace candle, especially where I've demonstrated so many already. Forgive me, thinking out loud. But yeah, I hope that things turn out okay for you in the long run, and I hope that if this connection is meant to be, it does come to fruition soon for you. And I am sending you all the love and hugs in the world, and know that you're not alone through this at all. So with that, I wish you the brightest of blessings. I'm sending you so much love. And until next time, brightest blessings. Okay, Rose Quartz. On to your reading. Forgive me, the last one was just like, wow, hit me right in the heart chakra. That one was a rough one to get through, but I hope this one helps. Let us see what is currently acting as a challenge or an obstacle, keeping you and your person from connecting. Love yourself first. Why am I not surprised? It seems to be a continuing theme of sorts. So let's see what energy comes out for group 2. Just releasing that pang of pain that came out in that first group. Group 2. What do you have to say to group 2? Attachment. Damn. Happy family. Okay. Woman holding a coin. Storm warning. First chakra. Okay, so do your best to release this connection for now. Again, it doesn't mean that it's not going to come to fruition, but you need to focus on yourself. As came up with, love yourself first. I do get the feeling as though, man alive, that there is going to be some sort of positive outcome for you with this, but you need to learn how to love yourself first. And I know that's not an easy thing to say or do, and you know what, let me bring out Psychic Tarot. Haven't used this card in a while, cards in a while, so let's see. Group 2. What do you have to say to group 2? Hey, baby girl. You're okay. I know I'm making noise over here. 2. It's like I've had enough of this hardwood floor. I'm going on to my blanket. You have to say to group 2. Two more. Now I want to make something that, say something that isn't always said when it comes to saying you have to love yourself first. Loving yourself first does not mean that, you know, there aren't things about yourself you don't want to change. There aren't things that you wish were better or different. Loving yourself is about accepting yourself for who you are, as you are, being patient with yourself when it comes to making the changes that you want to make. Treating yourself with kindness is the biggest thing. Try not to hold yourself to task over things, especially those things that tend to be minor or you wouldn't hold people so harshly for. Treat yourself with as much love or more love that you would treat others. Harmony. Material and spiritual prosperity. Woman holding a coin. Discontent and boredom. That is funny how these things fall down. It's literally the money with the money, harmony with the happy family and attachment, and discontent and boredom with the storm warning. And I get the feeling that this is more about you. That if you don't work on you first, that this is going to end up being you in the relationship. The discontent. Because you're not going to be happy with yourself or bring yourself to a place where you need to be so that you can even be happy in the relationship. And I just get the feeling like it goes from here to here to here. That this may be your present with the storm warning and the discontent and the chakra being out of alignment. And the more you work on this, and maybe your material and financial situation is tied to this as well. It could be that you are currently displaced by what's going on. It could be that you're stressed over money, finances. They're telling you to work on that yourself and that aspect first. And with that, even though attachment is generally sometimes a negative card that indicates codependency, I get the feeling, although it could be more like you're using this to distract yourself from dealing with what you need to deal with. It could very well be that for some people. I get the feeling like this has more to do with work on this stuff and this stuff will get better, especially where the harmony card came down. Love begins. Patience. Spiritual, yeah. They're falling in exactly the area that they want them to fall in. So this is very much about things are going to be okay. Things are going to be good between you and your person. Okay? But you have to deal with this stuff first. You have to deal with the financial situation. Be patient. The connection is still there. It's still going to be there. while you work on this stuff, but you have to stop distracting yourself with this person and focus on yourself for a bit. So that's the main obstacle right now, is learning to be kind and loving to yourself before this really connects and takes hold. Let me pull out the Malachite deck. And I'll do the Goddess one as well. The Goddess one is pulling at me for you. I'm hearing journaling will be good for you. To some degree. Like writing down your thoughts and feelings. I know frequently I hear that a lot, and I am so bad at journaling. It's one of those things I have to work on and get into a habit of doing. But I have a feeling that it'll be helpful for you. Just getting your thoughts down on paper. And even if it is the thoughts where you're self-deprecating, write them down, then read them over, look at them and say, how would I feel if someone outside of me was saying this to me? Or how would I react if I saw even somebody saying this to another person? Would I just let it happen, or would I stand up for them? Because if you find yourself feeling that inclination of, no, I would stand up for this person and I would tell them to knock it off if I saw somebody talking to this person this way, realize that the bitch in the back of your head is that person being unnecessarily cruel to you. And that's a phrase my own therapist uses, because that's how she phrases that voice in the back of my head. Confidence is your key to success. Meditate and contemplate. Prosperity lies ahead. Money card. It's time to take action and believe in the impossible. So things are going to get better. There is financial constraints with this right now, be it you or them. But try to focus on what's going on in your immediate situation. And take that time for yourself. Have faith, the connection will still be there. Things will be okay. But let me pull out the Goddess Oracle, because I get the feeling that a specific goddess is wanting to help you with this. So just bear with me one moment. I'm trying to put the cards away in a sort of mixed up situation back in the deck, so that when I shuffle for the next group, it's not all jumbled together. And same thing for these. One more. Okay. Let's see here. So many decks, so little space. Okay, what goddess or goddesses wants to help group 2? It's just because I let go of the deck too fast. Hello, or maybe not. Let me try that one more time, and if it clacks like that, I will take the message. Okay. Message received. Coventina purification. It's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. Vesta, so you need to focus on your house situation. Your household situation is improving either through a move or healthy change in the occupants. Green Tara, start delegating. Call upon her for help. And ensure that if you're living with other people that they help as well. Prosperity, and I'm feeling one more. There she is. Aphrodite. I had a feeling it was her. I had a feeling it was her that wants to help you with the situation, because she's not just for external love. She's also for self-love as well. And awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So you need to harness the goddess that is within your own being. And all of these things are going to bring positive aspects to your life. So it may be perhaps that part of your love yourself first involves clearing stuff out of your home, actually cleaning house, purification, home, right there. When you're feeling lost and confused, definitely call on Green Tara and Aphrodite, and they will assist you. But I have a feeling like clearing some stuff out will help the energy flow in your home and will help bring this prosperity aspect in. So there's that. Let me just use the Whispering Woods real quick. I have a feeling they want to say something. No falling. Please be kind, get in your box, and stay in your box, and do not slide. Thank you. Okay, what do you have to say to group 2? Oop, 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 oop. Did one flip? No, okay. Say group 2. Path. Wander on the path less traveled. Look up the Robert Frost poem, Two Roads Diverged in Yellowwood. I took the path less traveled by, I think is the line. Wander on the path less traveled. What you find might surprise you. Change. Falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. And patience. I knew that was coming up. Everything can be accomplished at nature's pace. So be patient with yourself. Things are going to be okay. Everything's going to come around, and Just do that little bit of self-work and things should get exponentially better between you and your person. So with that, I'm sending you lots of love and lots of healing hugs. And until next time, I wish you the brightest of blessings and blessed be. Okay, Malachite, here is your reading. Let us see what obstacle is currently preventing you and your person from coming together. Maybe you have no more obstacles. It says there's a reconciliation, or it could be a reconciliation with someone else that is serving as an obstacle for this. So let's get down to that. I'm actually feeling to use the Psychic Tarot. This deck has been wanting to talk more tonight, so let's see what you have to say to group 3. This is such a weird night. I know that may not make sense, but the very first reading was all about their person finding new love. The second reading was all about loving yourself first. Now the third one is about reconciliation, and I'm very much feeling like, what the hell is going on? Because this is pretty much coinciding with everything I'm personally experiencing. Wow. Okay. Let us see. That's so weird. No, I did not channel my own. I cannot read for myself. So even though I say that, I can't read for myself because the cards will tell me what I want to hear. They won't give me real information. I always have to rely on an outside reader when it comes to getting my own information. It sucks, but it's my reality. That's why I'm finding this like, wow, this is weird. Okay. Here we go. New beginnings. That comes with a reconciliation. Discontent and boredom. Spiritual union. Foundation and achievements. Suffering and silence. So I get the feeling that these two are more about maybe your present situation, and the rest of these are about things that are coming. You know, it's frequently, as they say, it's always darkest before the dawn. And, you know, especially with current world situations, there's a lot of discontent and boredom because a lot of people are staying home to stay safe. Thank you if you are doing that. And of course there's a lot of suffering and silence. People are having a lot of mental health issues going on right now. There's been uptake in self-harm. I'm not going to go into the other word, but I think you know what I mean. But I get the feeling like the end of this event that's kitty cornering these cards is likely going to bring about, you may even hear from them during the quarantine. I get the feeling like you're going to get some sort of message, and whatever may have transpired in your past is going to be cleared out, and you're going to be starting fresh with them. In a spiritual union, this could very well be a twin flame situation. This is frequently my twin flame card, especially when it comes up in relationships. Fulfillment of wishes. Yeah. Emotional withdrawal is about self-care and self-healing. I know I'm getting very dichotomous cards coming up, but a lot of that I think ties into present situations going on in the world. You're going to have that two sides of the coin situation going on. Sacrifice. You may have to walk away from something that you currently are dealing with to have this be an actual fulfilling relationship. And it could very well be if you have been furloughed, if you've been laid off, if you are in a situation of having no job. This may be the event that gives you the opportunity to relocate and walk away from things that you may have had going on here and relocate and to the point where you guys can actually come together physically. Truth, firm foundation, and transformation. Yeah, you're having a transformation of this relationship. One more. Wisdom. Yeah. So, good things are coming. Let me see. I'm just mixing the cards up back into the deck so that when I shuffle for the last group, it's not all bunched together. And while I'm doing that, I'm trying to see what deck wants to speak to you yet. I think actually the Gaia Oracle. You're the first group she's wanted to talk to tonight, so. I think the obstacle lies within current world events right now. I think you guys are on the verge of a reconciliation. It's just things that are currently going on in the world are kind of preventing that from coming together as quickly as necessarily you might wish that they would. Sacred Tree. Oop. That's my bad. Itty bitty hands, very big cards. There we go. So on this question, during quarantine, have you been having the urge to do things necessarily that you either haven't done in a very long time or maybe have never even done before? When I was a kid, I used to do figure skating, and especially ever since I watched Frozen 2. It's like all I want to do is go figure skating again and connect with a teacher of some sort and try to relearn the steps. So let's see. 1, Enchanted Forest, Mystery, Magic, Excitement. Goddess of Creation, another transformation card. Creativity, Wholeness. And Gaia, Wisdom, Knowledge, Spiritual Understanding. Wisdom coming up twice. Transformation coming up twice. Perception, Beyond the Veil of Illusion. Rising Above, Clarity, Freedom, Solution. So, yeah, this is coming back around. Things are going to be okay. I don't even think you have any real obstacles left beyond the whole self-quarantine. So your reading is going to be a lot quicker than the rest so far. Let me just do the Moonology deck, and that should be that. Do you have to say to group 3? I have to say I love this deck. The size is perfect. The texture of the cards is perfect. Makes shuffling very easy. And then one more. 3. Stay to group 3. Okay. Communication is key, so you guys have to communicate with one another. That will help immensely. New Moon in Gemini, I think that's coming up. I think it's in May. So it could very well be that communication or you hearing from them happens sometime next month. New romantic cycle begins. There's that card. Balance spirituality and practicality. Yep, there you go. So, it's all coming around. Do not even worry. Some form of reconciliation is coming soon for you. And things will be okay. So yeah. With that, I hope you stay safe. I hope you stay healthy. I hope that you find all the happiness in the world. You'll have to, if you watch this and then things start happening, you'll have to come back and let me know if this actually starts happening for you, because I would love some good news, especially from this reading. And yeah, with that, I wish you the brightest of blessings and blessed be. Okay, Selenite, this is your reading. What obstacle is currently keeping you from your person? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with one another. So let me pull out the Psychic Tarot. This has been a very weird evening with these readings. They've kind of all gone in a linear format. And very strangely mirroring things that I'm currently going through. Or have gone through and am currently going through, I should say. Which is weird to me because I cannot read for myself. That's why I know that it's not for me, but it's just weird. Group 4. What do you have to say to Group 4? Forgive my rambling. It's just been a weird night. Or I think you're the actual Gruspiano Maria wants to talk to. Trying to hard keep my grip on the cards because this is not the easiest deck for me to shuffle. One more, group 4. Solitude. So it could very well be that you guys need to just connect together, be alone together, and really talk this out. I feel that conversation and communication right now, if it's been a problem area for you before, it's something that you really need to open up and about with now. If you want to be with this person, you guys are going to have to let down your guard and talk and just let it out. I know it can be a scary thing. Rejection is always a scary thing. You know, one of those things that it's always a fear in the back of your mind, but you're just going to have to do it. If you want this connection to work, if you want it to come to fulfillment, you need to talk. And especially if you are the person being quiet and silent to the other one, time to knock it off. Movement, choices, and decisions. You guys are going to have to talk. You're going to have to hash things out, especially if there's been old wounds. Conflict and defeat. Yep, see? Suffering and silence. There's things that you guys have been holding on to, whether it be previous fights or things that you haven't talked out that you really need to get out in the open. Because if you don't do that, nothing can ever move forward. The suffering and silence, I'm telling you right now, whatever you are holding on to with this conflict and defeat, it's not just going to go away. It's going to keep festering and it's going to keep building until you build more resentment towards the other person or to one another. And this has to be hashed out. If you do, there's positive movement forward. You have to hash out any feelings of betrayal, with deception and envy. You have to hash out anything that may have caused disruptions or interruptions. Make sure that when you guys have this conversation, turn off your fucking phones, turn off the TV. You need to have this one-on-one conversation, truthfully, openly, honestly, no distractions. And you need to figure out where your obstacles and challenges are so you can work through them. Partnerships and alliances. I see it coming around. Yeah, triumphant success. But you need to communicate. You need to hash that out. If you don't, you're not going to get here. And authority, I feel, has more to do with reconnecting the relationship and coming back together. So you can do it. But right now, you too are being your own damn obstacle. Don't be stubborn. I keep saying this over and over and over again. I know this is not my saying. It's a saying that has been out there for many years. What you want is on the other side of fear. And sometimes the only way to break down those walls is to nut up and say, this is how I'm feeling, or how you made me feel. This is what I need from you. And this is what I want from us. Okay? The only way you're going to figure out if you two are on the same page is if you frickin' open your mouths and talk about it. And I know I'm coming off a little bit abrasive with this, but I get the feeling that whomever is watching this one needs the verbal smack upside the head saying, hey, wake up. You want this? Make it happen. Cut the bullshit. Talk to one another. It's the only way. My Gaia Oracle. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that I don't have a whole bunch of decks out at once so that there's not a huge mess everywhere. Not that that's hugely avoidable because I do have so many decks. Okay, what do you have to say to group 4? God, shuffling this deck is such a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. It's too big for my hands and there's so many cards, man. What do you have to say to group 4? Don't mess with me. What do you have to say to group 4? What do you have to say to group 4? There we go. No, you did not just... I had you, you little brat. Enter Beauty Heathen yelling at her cards. Let's see, group 4. See, I can literally only grab half the deck at a time. Which sucks because I love this deck. It's gorgeous. It's just so hard for me to shuffle. 4. So forgive me if this one takes me a little bit longer. Two more. I can do this, right? Come on. One more. Group 4. Starseer, Sacral Chakra, Core of Creation. So it could be something artistically bringing you two together as well. Home. Communication, co-creation. What the fuck did I say? Endless opportunities. So let's see what Starseer has to say. Listen to your intuition, trust the holistic journey, dreams finding their way into being, the bigger picture, a more aligned outcome than expected, clarity of the greater path. Sacral chakra, feelings, emotions, responses, pleasure, sensuality, intimacy, connection, letting go, creativity, another one. Sacred sexuality, passion, healthy boundaries, valuing the body. But this one is also about letting go of things and connection as well. So not a mystery why this one popped up with talking. What does home have to say? Heart-based presence, grounding, finding home within yourself, wherever you are. The body as a temple for the soul. Travel, finding family wherever you go. Occupying yourself, connecting to your unwavering, infinite depths and the collective oneness. And yeah, this is definitely talking about talking, communication, higher communication, even telepathy. And then endless opportunities, decision-making, choice, crossroads. Yeah. It's all basically saying exactly the same things that I just said. So, yeah. Let me just do Moonology deck and Whispering Woods, and I think that will conclude with your reading. Now, why did you do that? Trying to put the deck away and the box decided to sink within itself. There we go. Okay. Let's see, 4. Whoop. My bad. You know what? Let me keep that one out. Could very well be that one of that fold failed. One more. Jesu Cristo. There we go. Okay. So, you're very close to achieving your goal. Oops, my bad. Helps if you turn it the right way. Balance spirituality and practicality. And bring love into the situation. Speak with love. Communicate with love. Communicate with the knowledge that you love this person. You want to work it out. You want to come together and bring this communication and relationship to the next level. And the only way to do that is by communicating with one another. So it's close. You're almost there. You just got to learn to open your mouth. Talk it out. Anything worth having means you're willing to fight for it and work for it. Trust me on that. Forbearance. Do not be deterred by the thorn amidst the roses. So even if you guys have a icky past with one another, try not to let ego and pride get in your way. Idle hours. Take some time out to lay on the emerald grass. I get the feeling more that that has to do with find your center. You may even want to write down what it is you want to say. Allow yourself to find the words so that when it comes time for you guys to actually communicate with one another, you already have an idea of what you want to say and how you want to say it, so that you can communicate effectively and ensure that what you want to say comes through. Transform, emerge with beauty and grace from your cocoon. So I hope this reading has helped in some way. I hope this reading has helped give you some guidance. Forgive me for being a little bit rough on you for a little bit, but I really did sense that what I was channeling to say to you needed to be said very sternly, because pride and ego will get you nowhere except not making the connection that you want to have happen. So I do hope this helped, and I wish you all the love in the world. I'm sending you lots of healing hugs. Please stay safe and stay healthy and stay home as much as possible. And until next time, I wish you the brightest of blessings, and blessed be.